Here we are.
Are we on?
We are so on. Hello,
Hey
everyone.
everyone.
Step right up
Hello.
to our latest
Hello.
episode.
Greetings. Thanks for staying up past the bedtime, putting the kiddos down to bed. Gonna turn the lights down low. Gonna get into some music here this evening. Uh Hello Ursa. Hello. Please take a moment and share this. Please take a moment and share this, get it out there. Because we have a very special evening planned here for you all. We are your hosts here for this very special time. Always so special. You know what I don't have, James?
What?
Wine glasses.
Oh, yeah. It's always
Just a
something.
coffee in the wine in a coffee cup kind of guy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I've actually never done that. Wine in a coffee cup.
You never done that?
No.
You haven't lived, James.
No. I mean, maybe I have. I don't know.
I'm sure you have.
Probably have.
We've all done that. We've all done it.
Um, right. So we're going to go get going shortly. We're just waiting for everyone to catch up.
Yeah, we got like 15 on
Yep.
we got 16 on Facebook. That's more than come to my shows, James.
Depends. During COVID, certainly. Do you want to move slightly toward?
You're so nice, James.
Do you want to move slightly towards the fire, so that you
do
can singe yourself?
you want to move your ass slowly towards my foot?
But actually,
Why am I moving towards the fire?
so that you can be better seen, because
I can't.
the image is split, and so that what you're seeing on Skype isn't the same as what everyone else is seeing. But
Oh,
but you're okay. You're just like off to one side. That's all.
that's how I roll,
Yeah, that's
James. That's
cool.
how I
It's
roll.
off kilter.
Little off kilter.
A
That's
little
what
off kilter.
this evening's all about. If you don't feel a little off balance during the show this evening, we are not doing the right thing.
Yeah.
That's right. Little. You need a light post, a lamp post to stand upright with this kind of show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I went there.
Great. Um. Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, I bet
Dave's here.
everyone knows, but this is our third Tom Waits show, which is pretty cool. Um, I think it was Isabel Garson who actually came up with this pun, although I'm sure it's been done many times. But I kind of wish that I just named this whole series "Tom Waits for No Man." Um,
Whoa! You took. Wait for it. Wait for it. Tonight, James. You're gonna. There's something about that.
okay,
Actually.
great.
Yeah.
Because it's funny because it's hard for people to watch at such a late hour. Also, so
Hard for people. I mean, people can just tune in the next day if they want to.
oh, they can, yeah, yeah. But that's
Yeah.
what I feel
He.
like. That's part of the specialness of this show is
Yeah.
kind of knowing that there's just a few people out there who are watching who are
No.
uh,
You're here for it.
a part of our
You
community,
know what I
and it's
imagine they're
exciting.
doing, James? I imagine everyone. I really do, actually. Now that I think about it, I think of everyone out there as having constructed a fort in their bedroom or their living room
Yeah.
out of pillow cushions,
Hmm.
and there's a blanket, and underneath it they're looking on their phone or they're looking on their computer or something like that. That's our clientele. That's our target
I agree.
audience for
Definitely our
this
target
evening.
audience. Yeah,
That's it.
yeah. Okay. Uh,
I should be more drunk than I am right now.
I think we all should. Um,
Yeah.
I'm,
It's a BYOB show, people. I hope that you're all set.
yeah, yeah. Everyone should be drunk for this show. I'm sort of despicably not drunk for this show, but it's all right. I slur my words
Stephanie
anyway.
says, does under a cat count? We'll give that to you. We'll give
Yeah,
that's COVID rules. Which
yeah.
cats are good. Cats
Cats are
are
good.
cats are safe.
Yeah,
You like my fisherman?
I do. He looks
Yeah,
like he's a little bit drunk himself, perhaps.
he's great. He's got kind of a little Hitler kind of mustache, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Kind of Charlie Chaplin goes fishing kind of thing.
yeah. Curious. Hmm.
Not a Hitler goes fishing thing. It's more of a Charlie Chaplin goes fishing. He's kind of more of a
That's much,
silent film
much
star
nicer.
than a
Yeah,
dictator.
yeah.
That's what I mean. That's what I think.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Taco truck and Tom taco truck. Someone had a taco truck.
taco
TV.
truck.
Uh,
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Kiki's got a cat and a blanket. A cat, and she's a cat and a blanket. Sam feels like a barfly.
Hmm.
It's great. I can watch everything. Can you see me at all, people? Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you're totally visible.
Okay.
You look stylish.
Did
The
I?
fire. Yeah. Um, yeah. So everybody, hopefully you know this, but we postponed this Sunday's show to next Sunday, which we're pretty excited about. So we're going to be doing Bowie Berlin, the Bowie Berlin trilogy, uh, not this coming 2 days from now, Sunday, but on the 29th. And I think that's going to
Yeah,
be awesome for.
we decided to go Bowie, but to do a a period in
Right.
Bowie's career.
Right.
This is the holy trilogy of Low, Heroes, and Lodger, and it's going to be really good.
Yeah. I don't see this as a compromise at all. Like I think.
No, it's
Um,
not. No, no, this was the original plan. This was what
exactly.
we originally wanted to do. This is not the compromise.
Exactly.
Bringing
It's
in, yeah, bringing in other albums, that would have been a compromise. But no, we stuck to our artistic guns here.
right. And but in terms of the undercovered idea too, I think like bringing out undercovered elements of well-known artists is totally the point. And we did that with Bob Dylan, right, in the second episode.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
His deeply unappreciated '80s material.
yeah. Cool. So I don't want this to run too late. So how do you feel about getting started and everyone just share this as we go along because each of these songs is really awesome. There's just I mean, one of the things that was so great about last Tom Waits episode was just how much love everyone put into all of the videos, and it's happening again here. Like, Josh and I
Happening
won't do
again.
as much cool theater fun stuff, but each of the videos here that we have for you is just got so much life to it. Um, I think that maybe speaks to Tom Waits fandom and kind of how people appreciate Tom Waits, but all of these videos are really awesome versions. So can't wait to show them to you.
Sam, pace yourself on the barfly. Uh,
Jokes,
what do you call them?
puns.
Puns. Thank you.
Yeah.
This is gonna be great.
Um,
Pace yourself on those barfly puns, buddy. All right, here we go. Please share it. This is all for the Nighthawks tonight. That's what this is for. Get it out to your friends. All right, here we go. Are we starting?
yeah, I think let's start. Everyone
Let's
out
just do
there,
it. Okay.
give it a cheer. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Yeah. All right,
Ah.
folks.
Okay.
We have a special evening here planned because we are slowly combing our way through the entire oeuvre of Tom Waits here. We've done Bone Machine, 1992's Bone Machine. We've done Frank's Wild Years, a very underappreciated album. And now we thought we'd go out of left field. We're going all the way back to this pre Swordfish Trombones material. We're talking from 73 to 1980 or so. And this material is very dear to my heart. I love this stuff, and I think I'm not alone. Just judging from the amount of artists that crawled out of the woodwork to splash their faces right across the screen right here. Let me tell you a little about this guy you might not have heard about him. A little guy named Tom Waits. Tom Waits was born December 7th, 1949. That's the day after Leadbelly died. Just and a lot of other things happened on
Crazy.
that day too. But we're not gonna list them all because we got music to play. Anyway, the dude's a Sagittarius. He's the most philosophical of signs, and a good, dear friend I've never met. He started showing up in the LA scene. Started working. He was a doorman at a coffee house, famously. And he had a Monday night at the Troubadour that he would be regularly doing. He was one of the many followers of Bob Dylan and the like, songwriter, you might say. He's a reader, reading a lot of books, very wordy fellow. Well, eventually, this wordy fellow did, in fact, get the attention of some record executives, and he got himself a little record deal. Came out with a little album in 1973 called Closing Time. Now, this is a beautiful album. It's a beautiful start to a very weird career that zigged, zagged, and crosshatched its way across my soul. So let's start with this first tune here. This one is off of Closing Time. We've got 3 songs off of Closing Time here for the show, just to show you how great the record is. It's a little okay. Let me just get into the aesthetics of it for a second, if I may. It's folksier. It's folkier than his other albums. Apparently, he wanted it to be jazzier and a little bit more piano heavy, but he'd already been kind of coming from folkland, doing a lot of guitar songs and such. And so, you know, it got on the record. It got on the record. And so there's a number of tunes that kind of have a more folky element here. But let me just see who's going on. Oh, we're going to get to Jenny. Don't worry about that. I should never read the comments in the middle of my intros, though, because we got to get to the song. Here we go. We're going to open our show off with the opening track from Closing Time. This is Old 55. We have it performed by our good friend Sorry Not Sorry, and this is a beautiful way to start up the engine and get this car out of the garage, because we're going on a trip. Take us, engage. Sorry Not Sorry. It's the Old 55.
Well, my time went so quickly, I went lickety-split. Out to my old 55. As I pulled away slowly, feeling so holy, God knows I was feeling alive. Now the sun's coming up, I'm riding with Lady Luck. Cars and trucks, stars beginning to fade as I leave the parade. Just wishing I'd stay a little longer. Lord, don't you know this feeling's getting stronger. 6 in the morning gave me no warning. I had to be on my way. Now the cars are passing me, trucks are all flashing me. I'm headed home from your place. Now the sun's coming up, I'm riding with Lady Luck. Freeway cars and trucks, stars beginning to fade as I leave the parade. Just wishing I'd stay a little longer. Lord, don't you know this feeling's getting stronger. Well, my time went so quickly, I went lickety-splitly out to my old 55. As I pulled away slowly, feeling so holy, God knows I was feeling alive. Now the sun's coming up, I'm riding with Lady Luck. Freeway cars and
You know, James,
What?
I never get tired of Sorry Not Sorry. They keep showing up. We keep inviting them, and they, for some reason, keep coming back.
Yeah, I'm not sure
And
why.
I never get tired of it. It's great.
It is. Thank you guys.
And to do that song too, that is the, of course, that is the first. You push play on Tom Waits' career, the whole Megillah. That's what starts it. That's what starts the whole shebang off from all the way down to Bad as Me. It starts with that song right there. So thank you very much. Sorry Not Sorry. Now, next up. All right. I'm just gonna keep going. And I want to thank everyone out there for all the hat compliments that I'm getting. I'll try and respond to each one individually as soon as I can. Next
Hats
song.
off to each of you.
Next song. Gentlemen Soldiers are back. Gentlemen Soldiers. Tony's been with us since the beginning of this crazy cover show thing. We got Gentlemen Soldiers. It's him with JB.
It's just him actually.
Oh, it's just him. I haven't seen this one.
Yeah. So it's Tony representing the Gentlemen Soldiers by himself in multiple forms.
Okay. For those of you, I try to watch most of them, but sometimes I'm watching them with you. So here we go.
Is that it? You ready? Sorry.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Tony Gibson, he's been with us from the very beginning. This song is called Old Shoes and Picture Postcards. It's a great example of this folksy coffee house origin that Tom Waits has. I'm going to turn it on right now. Let's take a watch. Let's take a watch.
1, 2, 3. I'm singing this song. It's time it was sung. I've been putting it off for a while, but it's hard about now. 'Cause the truth is so clear that I cry when I'm seeing you smile. So goodbye, so long, the road calls me dear, and your tears cannot find me anymore. And farewell to the girl with the sun in her eyes. Can I kiss you and then I'll be gone? Every time that I try to tell you that we lost that magic we had at the start, I would weep my heart when I looked in your eyes and I searched once again for that spark. Oh, goodbye, so long, the road calls me dear, and your tears cannot find me anymore. And farewell to the girl with the sun in her eyes. Can I kiss you and then I'll be gone? I can see by your eyes it's time now to go, so I'll leave you to cry in the rain. Though I held in my hand the key to all joy, but honey, my heart wasn't born to be tamed. Oh, goodbye, so long, the road calls me dear, and your tears cannot find me anymore. And farewell to the girl with the sun in her eyes. Can I kiss you and then I'll be gone? So goodbye, so long, the road calls me dear, and your tears cannot find me anymore. And farewell to the girl with the sun in her eyes. Can I kiss you and then I'll be gone? Can I kiss you and then I'll be gone? Can I kiss you and then I'll be gone?
Tony Gibson. It's great to see you. That was fantastic. Hey, James, how are we doing on our uke count? Are we up to the federal limit yet, or are we?
I think we probably passed it.
Have we passed it?
I'm just hoping that we don't. I want to get attention, but not enough attention that the feds shut us down for over uking.
just enough to get a uke stern uke warning, maybe get a uke defense fund for us, and get
Yeah,
really shoot this thing out into the stratosphere in terms of some press coverage. I like where you're going with that,
yeah,
James.
that's the idea.
All right, so let me tell you a little something. So he signed up with Asylum Records. Okay, you know who else was on Asylum Records, James?
No.
Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention. You
Oh
know
yeah.
who they decided to put Tom Waits on the road with? This kind
Yes.
of folksy, jazzy kind of solo guy. He opened for the Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention across the country. I think a European tour, and the Frank Zappa crowd is
Tough
a
crowd.
mean group of people sometimes, and so he got torn apart out there on the stage. He really earned his the shine in his eye through the smiling at the people who were throwing stuff at him. So super good. Good job, Tom Waits, and that sort of thing. Oh, I had a quote. Geez, can I go back in time just for a second?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Eagles covered Old 55. The Eagles, the Eagles did,
Yeah. I fucking
and
hate the Eagles.
and Tom Waits said that their version of it was antiseptic.
Yeah.
Isn't that great? Man, I hope he never burns me. You know what I mean? Like that's harsh.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
But
next, this is our third song from Closing Time right here. It's by our good friend Spike McGuire. Spike has returned to the show a few times now, and he's our friend from Reno. I urge you to check out all of these artists, of course, that have stuff online. Spike has a record club that's really cool. It's part of Loud as Folk, this thing that he does. He's out in Reno. Driving all the way to Reno on the wrong side of the road, as Mr. Tom Waits says. This is Spike McGuire's playing I Hope That I Don't Fall in Love with You. Let's take a gander.
I hope that I don't fall in love with you. Falling in love just makes me blue. Music played and you displayed your heart for me to see. Had a beer and now I hear you calling out for me. I hope that I don't fall in love with you. This room is crowded, people everywhere. I wonder, should I offer you a chair? If you sit down with this old clown, I'll take your frown and break it. By the time the morning comes, then you and I might make it. Hope that I don't fall in love with you. But not just funny things inside a man. These old tomcat feelings that you don't understand. Turn around and look at you, you lit a cigarette. Wish I had the guts to bomb one, but we never met. I hope that I don't fall in love with you. Can tell that you are lonesome just like me. I wonder, could you use some company? Turn around and look at you and you look back at me. Guy you're with just up and split, yet next to you is free. And I hope that you don't fall in love with me. Now it's closing town. The music's fading now. Last call for drinks, I'll have another stout. Turn around and look at you, you know where to be found. Search this place for your lost face, 'cause I'll have another round. And I think that I just fell in love with you.
Thank you, Spike McGuire. Diamonds on My Windshield from Tom Waits' 1974 album, A Heart of Saturday Night. Well, these diamonds on my windshield and these tears from heaven while I'm pulling into town on the interstate. I got a steel train in the rain and the wind bites my cheek through the wing. And it's these late nights and this freeway flying, it always makes me sing. There's a duster trying to change my tune. He's pulling up fast on the right, rolling restlessly by a 24-hour moon. And a Wisconsin hiker with a cue ball head. He's wishing he was home in a Wisconsin bed. But there's 15 feet of snow in the east, colder than a well digger's ass. It's colder than a well digger's ass. Oceanside, it ends the ride with San Clemente coming up. Those Sunday desperados slip by and cruise by with a dry back. And the orange drive-in and the neon billing, and the theaters filling to the brim with slave girls and hot spurn buckets full of sin. Metropolitan area with interchange and connections, fly-by nights from Riverside, and out-of-state plates running a little late. But the sailors jockey for the fast lane, so 101 don't miss it. There's rolling hills and concrete fields and the broken lines on your mind. The 8s go east and the 5s go north, and the merging nexus back and forth. You see your sign cross the line, signaling with a blink. And the radio's gone off the air, gives you time to think, and you hear the rumble as you fumble for your next cigarette. And blazing through this midnight jungle, remember someone that you met? And one more block, the engine talks, whispers, home at last. Home at last. It whispers, home at last. It whispers, home at last. It whispers, home at last. And these are diamonds on my windshield and these tears from heaven. And I'm pulling into town on the interstate. I got a steel train in the rain. And the wind bites my cheek through the wing. Late nights and freeway flying always makes me sing. It always makes me sing. Always makes me sing. It's Diamonds on My Windshield from 1974's Heart of Saturday Night. In this album, you find Tom Waits getting more in touch with his influences from the Beats, Jack Kerouac, and the like. And you see him really embracing the jazz, getting that muted trumpet in, and really going all out, assuming his role as the poet of the after hours nightclubs and diners. That he will carry on, of course, onto the stage and then onward onto his next album, for sure. His next album was really an attempt to capture the live vibe that he had crafted up through this kind of beat poet persona that he had built up over these first two albums. It's a 1975 album called Nighthawks at the Diner. Now, this is an album full of weather reports, foggy nights, nights at the diner. The title actually of this, Nighthawks at the Diner, comes from this song that we're going to hear. This was recorded live over 4 sessions. So they took the record plant in LA, a recording studio, and they transformed the studio into a nightclub and had 4 shows there, and they pick and chose what they wanted from there. And so it's a beautiful a display of onstage antics and freewheeling lyrics and banter with the crowd. He's got a grittier voice and a dirtier mind. This song is called Eggs and Sausage, and it's where the namesake of the album Nighthawks at the Diner, where it comes from. And it is being performed by our good friend Jet Black Pearl has returned to us for another Tom Waits song. You may recall Jet Black Pearl when she blew your brains out from her performance on Frank's Wild Years. Well, just when you got them
Get
back in
ready.
your skull, here they go again. This is Jet Black Pearl performing Eggs and Sausage.
Nighthawks is a designer of MS-49. It's a rendezvous of strangers around a coffee urn tonight. All them gypsy hacks and these insomniacs. Now the paper's been read as the waitress said. Eggs and sausage and a side of toast. Coffee in a roll, hash browns over eels and chili in a bowl with burgers and fries. And what kind of pie? In this graveyard charade, this late shift masquerade, it's 2 for a quarter and a dime for a dance, with wood rhinestone diamond earrings and a sideways glance. As the register rings, the waitress sings. Eggs and sausage and a side of toast. Coffee in a roll, hash browns over easy chili in a bowl with burgers and fries. And what kind of pie? See the classified section, raw, it offers no direction. It's a cold caffeine and a nicotine cloud. As the touch of your fingers lingers, burning my memory. I've been 86 from your scheme, and now I'm in a melodramatic nocturnal scene. As the lead pipe morning falls, the waitress calls. Eggs and sausage and a side of toast. Coffee in a roll, hash browns over ears and chili in a bowl with burgers and fries. What kind of pie? A la mode, if you will. I ain't come crowd. I had some time to kill. I just come in and joined the crowd. I had some time to kill. I just come in and joined the crowd. I had some time. Just come in and join the crowd. I had some time to kill. I just come in and join the crowd. I had some time to kill. Just come in and join the crowd. I had some time to kill. I just come in and join the crowd. I had some time to kill.
Well, what was that? That was Jet Black Pearl, people. You gotta go get the Jet Black Pearl album. Follow on the Jet Black Pearl following devices that you may find out there. And next time Jetty's in town, you gotta catch that. Fantastic. All right. With Nighthawks of the Diner done, he hit the road again, non-stop touring and playing all over in the seediest of locations. Definitely took a toll on Mr. Waits from what we can see. In this next album, his voice goes from gritty to possessed Louis Armstrong. This Small Change is the next album, 1975. And here I think you find this true transformation and assuming this next level of oddness. He had already kind of mastered this after hours, beatnik with a pint of beer kind of guy. And once Small Change comes around, he is fully depraved and debaucherous and emotional. And it's a beautiful, beautiful album. He wrote these songs in London, trying to relax from what I hear. Oh no, he played shows in London too. So he was playing all the time, and he was just gigging all over. He was. Here's a quote actually as to what it was like him playing in London. This might be fun. He said this in 1987. That was a tightrope. The rope was around my neck. Nightmares. Playing a lounge in the middle of a golf course with this nomadic audience all waiting for a Moroccan jazz combo. That was a rough gig. 2 weeks. Man, I had to dry out after that one. That was like spending 2 weeks at somebody else's grandma's house. It was miscasting. I was miscast. Small Change finds yourself a man at the bottom of a barrel of some kind, and I put it on when I feel like I'm down there. We're gonna start this one off with a tune. Oh boy, 5 Cent Coffee. 5 Cent Coffee is here, and they do a beautiful, just dragging the dregs kind of tune. This is a invitation to the blues, and yeah, I'll just let this video speak for itself. Take it away, 5 Cent Coffee.
She's up against the register, an apron and a spatula, yesterday's deliveries and a ticket for the bachelors. She's a moving violation from her compound to her shoes, but it's just
An invitation to the blues. And you feel just like Cagney. She looks like Rita Hayworth at the counter of the Schwab's drugstore. You wonder if she might be single. She's alone and likes to mingle. Got to be patient, try to pick up a clue.
she said.
How you gonna like 'em? Over medium or scrambled? You say.
Anyways, the only way, just be careful not to gamble.
On a guy with a suitcase and a ticket getting out of here in a tired bus station. An old pair of shoes. This ain't nothing but an invitation to the blues.
You can't take your eyes off her. Have another cup of Java, and it's just the way she pours it for you, joking with the customer.
Mercy, mercy, Mr. Percy. There ain't nothing back in Jersey but a broken down jalopy of a man I left behind, and a dream
that
I was chasing, a battle with the booze, an open invitation to the blues.
She used to have a sugar daddy and a candy apple caddy, a bank account and everything, a accustomed to the finer things, probably left her for a social life, and didn't love her except at night.
And he's drunk and never even told her that he cared. So they took the registration, car keys and her shoes, and left her with an invitation to the blues.
'Cause there's a Continental Trailways leaving local bus tonight. Good evening. You can have my seat. I'm sticking around here for a while. Just give me a room at the Squire, and the filling station's hiring. I can eat here every night. What the hell am I got to lose?
Got a crazy sensation.
Go on, Steve.
I gotta choose.
And
I'll accept
your
invitation to the
blues.
You all just do whatever the fuck you want with these songs, don't you? We give them to you, and then you take them into these completely crazy places. And I love you all so much for it. 5 Cent Coffee, that was amazing. And yes, you spotted him. That was Calais. Everyone thinks Calais moved to Hawaii, but he's actually in a small box.
A little TV, yeah.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
small TV at 5 Cent Coffee's residence.
It's cheap rent, though.
You'd be surprised.
Oh, okay, maybe not.
All right, next up, we have another song off of this incredible album, Small Change. This might be the first. No, that's not true. I think I listened to Bone Machine all the way first, but this album has a real vibe, the whole thing, you know, and it was one of the early ones that I would sit through and definitely get a full-on album's worth of Tom Waits experience. Small Change is a great one to dip into. I might put it on tomorrow, James. I might even do that. We have another tune from it, thank goodness, because it's an amazing album. This one, we have Stella Heath. Stella's returning. Stella was a co-host on the program during the Billie Holiday show and has performed various other renditions of various other artists, and even had her own social distance live show, just Stella Heath.
Go and check it out, because
Yeah.
not that many people got to see it live. So go and check it out on Social Distance Live.
It's great. It's at the Lost Church Theater. We went in there and did a little film session there, and it was really cool. So I urge you to check that out. But in the meantime, let's check this one out. Stella Heath, folks. For those of you that know Tom Waits's canon, Stella's doing Step Right Up. So buckle your seatbelts, get ready for this one. This song it's just crazy, man. All right, here we go. Stella Heath, take it away. Step Right Up.
Step right up, step right up, step right up. Everyone's a winner, bargains galore. That's right, you too could be the proud owner of the quality goes in before the name goes on. 1/10 of a dollar, 1/10 of a dollar. You got service after sales. How about perfume? You got perfume. How about an engagement ring? Some for the little lady, some for the little lady, some for the little lady. $3 for $4. You got a year-end clearance. You got a white sale on the smoke-damaged furniture. You can drive it away today. Act now. Act now and receive as our gift. Our gift to you. They come in all colors and one size fits all. No muss, no fuss, no spills. You're tired of kitchen drudgery. Everything must go. Going out of business, going out of business, going out of business. Sale. 50% off original retail prices. Skip the middleman. Don't settle for less. How do we do it? How do we do it? How do we do it? Volume, volume, turn up the volume. Well, you've heard it advertised. Don't hesitate. Don't be caught with your drawers down. I mean, don't be caught with your drawers down. I mean, step right over. Step right over. That's right, it fillets, it chops, it dices, it slices, never stops. Lasts a lifetime, mows your lawn. And it mows your lawn and it picks up the kids from school and gets rid of embarrassing age spots and delivers a pizza. And it lengthens and it strengthens. It finds that slipper that's been at large under the chaise lounge for several weeks. And it plays a mean rhythm master. It makes excuses for unwanted lipstick on your collar, and it's only $1. Step right over, and it's only $1. Step right over. Cause it forges your signature, not completely satisfied. Mail back unused portion of product for complete refund of price of purchase. Step right over. Please allow 30 days for delivery. Don't be fooled by cheap imitations. You can live in it, laughing it, loving it, swimming it, sleeping it, living it, laughing it, loving it. Removes embarrassing stains from contour sheets. That's right. And it entertains the visiting relatives. It turns a sandwich into a banquet. Tired of being the life of the party. Change your shorts, change your life. Change your life. Change her into a 9-year-old Hindu boy. Get rid of your wife. Now walks your dog. Doubles on sacks. Doubles on sacks. You can jump back, Jack. See you later, alligator. See you later, alligator. And steals your car. Gets rid of your gambling debts. It's new, it's improved, it's old-fashioned. Well, it takes care of business. Never needs winding, never needs winding, never needs winding. Gets rid of blackheads, the heartbreak of psoriasis. Christ, you don't know the meaning of heartbreak, buddy. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Cause it's effective, it's defective. It creates household odors and disinfects and sanitizes for your protection. Gives you an erection that wins the election. Why put up with painful corns any longer? It's a redeemable coupon, no obligation, no salesman will visit your home. Jackpot, jackpot, jackpot. Prizes, 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 all work guaranteed. How do we do it? 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 We need your business. We're going out of business. We'll give you the business. Gonna vibe, going out of business. Say, receive our free brochure. Free brochure. Really easy to follow. Assembly instructions, batteries not included. Step right over. Step right over. Step right over. You got it, buddy. The large print giveth, and the small print taketh away. Step right up, step right up. Step right up, step right up.
Stella Heath, Stella and Skylar, they're doing that, rocking that thing. It takes a lot of guts to even attempt to cover that on that one, much less nail it like that. That was amazing. That was
Really impressive.
Yeah, James and I were just talking. We were just talking about that, James.
Yeah. I mean, I love the song and I love the cover. That how do we do it? How do we do it? How do we do it? Stella, that's awesome.
Volume.
How do you do it?
How do you do it? All right. So that closes Small Change 1975. Let's move on. Small Change 1976. What am I doing?
I think it's 76. I don't know. I'll look.
You're right. It's 76. Nighthawks was 75. Small Change 76. Let's move on to 77. 1977. Foreign Affairs. And this one. Okay, so This one, Tom Waits came into the Asylum Records, talked to his producer over there, and had demos for this next album, and the producer said this is a film noir story. This is a film noir album, and it really is. This is a beautiful album that goes to a lot of different places, and it's definitely cinematic in a lot of ways. Um, Bette Midler actually covered Martha off of Closing Time. She actually shows up as a guest on this next album and this next song. Um, and yeah, let's just go into it. I'll talk more later. But basically, this is the only song we have off of Foreign Affairs, and it is amazing. It really gets across what this thing is all about. And I have no words for this. We have Sam Chase and Kiki the Cat together on "Never Talk to Strangers." I never talk to strangers. God, I could have nailed that one. Jim. You want to just hit play?
Yes.
I never talk to.
Bartender, I'd like a Manhattan, please.
Stop me if you've heard this one, but I feel as though we've met before. Perhaps I am mistaken,
But it's just that I remind you of someone you used to care about. Oh, but that was long ago. Now tell me, do you really think I'd fall for that old line? I was not born just yesterday. Besides, I never talk to strangers anyway.
hell, I ain't a bad guy once you get to know me. I just thought there ain't no harm.
Yeah, just try minding your own business, bub. Who asked you to annoy me with your sad, sad repartee? Besides, I never talk to strangers anyway. Your life's a dime store novel. This town is full of guys like you, and you're looking for someone to take the place of her.
You must be reading my mail, and you're bitter 'cause he left you. That's why you're drinking in this bar. Well, only suckers fall in love with perfect strangers.
Well, it only takes one to know one stranger.
Baby, we're just wiser now.
And we've been round that block so many times.
That we don't notice that we're all just perfect strangers.
As
Long as we ignore that we all begin as strangers just before we find we really aren't strangers
Oh, you don't look like such a chump.
I was wondering when they'd get together. That is amazing. That is that's amazing.
We just want to shout out Sam's videography there. I mean, like the acting and the videography, but
It's
that
perfect. It's
so good.
perfect, and it goes perfect with this song and this album. It just really captures what this whole vibe was like at that time. What he was kind of going for and stuff. That was really beautiful. Props to both of them for getting that together, and it. Kiki's Sam's really hell to work with, so I really applaud you being able to deal with that. Both of you amazing. All right, let's do the next song. Okay, so so I guess I should say in 1977, same year, is the year that he met Ricky Lee Jones, and Ricky Lee Jones became Tom Waits. They became partners, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever kissing and stuff. And they kind of, there's this trio that kind of evolved with Tom Waits, Ricky Lee Jones, and Chucky Weiss. Chucky Weiss gets 2 mentions in Tom Waits songs. Deal the Cards, Roll the Dice, and the old Chucky Weiss off of I Wish I Was in New Orleans on Small Change, and plays accordion for Mr. Weiss on Rain Dogs. And so there's kind of like this trio of, they kind of were ne'er-do-wells in LA in the late 70s. This is the year actually that Chucky Weiss and Tom Waits got arrested for disturbing the peace, but they beat the rap. They the jury came up on their side. So anyway, getting into a bunch of trouble, that sort of thing. But at the same time, it felt like he was stretching beyond his kind of persona that he was building. And you see this next album come out where he starts to kind of push against that a little bit. The next album is called Blue Valentine. This is 1978. He starts to get a little weirder in this kind of material. You see things like Wrong Side of the Road, Whistling Past the Graveyard, and Sweet Little Bullet. You start to see this new kind of sinister voice start showing up, something a little bit more otherworldly. This next tune is called Christmas Card from a Hooker in Minneapolis. And I'm singing this one. And actually, this one he would play as a medley a lot of times with Going Out of My Head by and the Imperials. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on it. I'm a little drunk. But he he would play this one, Christmas Card from a Hooker in Minneapolis, as a medley during his shows. Anyway, I'm a little nervous too because I'm the one playing this next one. James, can you just cut me off here?
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Christmas
Thanks.
Card from a Hooker in Minneapolis performed by Josh Windmiller.
Charlie, I'm pregnant, living on 9th Street, up above a dirty bookstore off Euclid Avenue. Stop taking dope, quit drinking whiskey. My old man plays the trombone, works down at the track. Says that he loves me, even though it's not his baby. Said he'd raise him up like he was his own son. Gave me a ring that was worn
home by his mother, takes me out dancing every Saturday night. Charlie, I think about you every time I pass the filling station, on account of all the grease you used to wear in your hair. Still got that record, Little Anthony and the Imperials, but someone stole my record player. How do you like that? Charlie, I almost went crazy after Mario got busted. Went back to Omaha to live with my folks. Everyone I used to know was either dead or in prison. So I went back to Minneapolis. This time I think I'm gonna stay. Charlie, I think I'm happy. First time since my accident. I wish I had all that money we used to spend on dope. Buy me a used car lot, but I wouldn't sell any of them. I just drive a different car every day, depending on how I feel. Charlie, for Christ's sake, if you really want to know the truth about him, I don't have a husband. He don't play the trombone. Need to borrow money to pay this lawyer. Charlie, hey, I'll be eligible for parole on Valentine's Day. I'll be eligible for parole on Valentine's Day.
Cool. All right. Little Anthony and the Imperials. That's what I was going for. He would do a medley with Going Out of My Head by Little Anthony and the Imperials and Silent Night, which of course is a Christmas tune. Tom Waits, good at medleys early on in his career. It was a thing. He did a Jack and Neil with a medley with, he wrote an original song about Jack Kerouac and Neil Cassidy from On the Road fame. Paired it up with Open Up Your Golden Gates, you know, going California, not the Led Zeppelin song, but the other jazzy one. Medley, lots of medleys he was doing. Let's make that a big Christmas hit this year. I think play you got to hear the original of that tune. It's fantastic. The album's called Blue Valentine, 1977-78. I'm like
Hold on.
1 year in
Can
the
I
past.
can,
This
can I
entire
interrupt?
thing.
Can I interrupt for a second though?
Yeah.
So I saw on your notes you were talking about how in Ireland there was some
I don't use notes.
that you created. So okay,
Oh wait, you looked at my notes?
yeah, it's not
How did you
usual.
do that?
It was by accident.
Oh.
But you were mentioning that there was some kind of thing in Ireland where people were trying to
Yeah.
get it to be number one.
I didn't say it because I didn't know what year it was, but because
Oh,
they
yeah.
say last year in it.
Yeah.
You want me to say it or?
Oh, I don't know. Just that basically it's just who was doing that? Who was trying to get this song
Some
to be,
Irish blog site in it must have been the mid 2000s or something like that.
yeah.
They were working to get that song to be played as to make the top of the charts for Christmas, and they didn't do it. They got it up to 28 in the singles charts, but that's not bad for a tune that came out in 1978. So hey, we can do it this year.
We
Let's
can
go,
do it.
people.
Let's- yeah,
make
let's-
Christmas
let's
cards
finish
from
what they
Oakland,
started.
Minneapolis. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can do it.
Yeah.
All right. You're reading my notes?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So
It's because I care.
1978 had a few other amazing things happen. Here's one. First appearance in a feature film. He is Mumbles in Paradise Alley with Sylvester Stallone. This is Tom Waits' first role in a feature film. And later on, he would, of course, do a bunch of different roles in movies. And I think it points towards this new funneling of energy into a theatrical, cinematic, that was always there in his music, but he begins to funnel it into more pursuits later on, as, of course, those of you that tuned into Frank's Wild Years know, and I will expound on it shortly. But first, let's hear one more tune from Blue Valentine. This one is Blue Valentines. This one's called Blue Valentine, off of Blue Valentines. That confused me earlier today. But we have a very special rendition of this amazing song by the equally amazing Joshua James Jackson, who's been with us since the beginning of Social Distance Live, a good dear friend of the show. And this is a hefty song to carry. So congratulations and thank you very much for being a part of the show here, Josh. Here we go. This is Blue Valentine.
Sends me blue Valentine all the way from Philadelphia to mark the anniversary of someone that I used to be. And it feels like a warrant is out for my arrest. Baby, you got me looking in my rear view mirror. It's why I'm always on the run. And it's why I changed my name. I didn't think you'd ever find me here to send me these blue valentines, like half-forgotten dreams, like a pebble in my shoe as I walk these streets, and the ghost of your memory, baby, is a thistle in the kiss. It's the burglar that can break a rose's neck. It's the tattooed, broken promise I've got to hide beneath my sleeve. And I see you every time I turn my back. She sends me blue valentines, though I try to remain at large. They're insisting that our love must have a eulogy. Oh. Why do I keep all of this madness here in the nightstand drawer, there to haunt upon my shoulder Oh, baby, I know that I'd be luckier to walk around everywhere I go, yeah, with this blind and broken heart that sleeps beneath my lapel. Instead, these blue Valentines, they remind me of my cardinal sin. I can never wash away the guilt or get these blood stains off my hands. And it takes a whole lot of whiskey to make these nightmares go away. And I cut my bleeding heart out every night, and I die a little more each St. Valentine's Day. Don't you remember that I promised I would write you these blue Valentines? Whoa, blue Valentine. Oh, blue
Josh, I don't know if you're tuning in right now, but you should make that part of his set. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That is definitely one of my top 10 favorite Tom Waits songs. When I listened to that, I had to try and learn it and sing it. It's beautiful. So that is off of 1978's Blue Valentine, a beautiful album that sees Tom Waits pushing the limits of what he was doing before, and starting to explore more directions. The guy can't be stopped. The guy is always at the edge of the plate, always searching around there. So 1979, you actually see him take the first year off since he starts, and in terms of making an album, at least. I mean, he's playing and that sort of stuff. But you don't see an album that year. You know what you do see, James, is an animated short called Tom Waits for No One. You were talking earlier about
Yeah,
Tom
I was not
Waits
aware
for,
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got to see it. It's him doing the one that got away, kind of, in this weird kind of skeezy kind of thing with like two cartoon characters. And I know I'm not making it sound good, but it's you know, you should check it out after the show. Have we hit midnight?
We have, yeah, we passed
we
it.
did
Yeah.
it. We crossed midnight. All
Cheers.
right, good job, everybody. Here's to you. So what we find now is him returning. This one's in 1980. With a little album called Heart Attack and Vine. Now this one, this is the song we're going to end this beautiful evening on, and thank you all. I just want to say thank you all so much for tuning in here and being a part of another really special late night show. These are so good, and so thank you so much, James. Thanks for putting the, for being here and doing social distance live and stuff. We of course next week we have David Bowie, so keep that in mind. And then after that, we can announce right now.
Yeah.
We have Carole King. We're doing a Carole King show. David Bowie's next Sunday. We're taking this Sunday off because we did this, and I'm going to be hungover still. So then next Sunday we're having David Bowie. Sunday after that we're having a Carole King one, and then who knows? I don't know where we're gonna go. Could be crazy. So also you have a website up, right, James?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, and you can send email us up there,
socialdistancelive.com.
right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And remember, all of the artists this evening, be sure to follow them. We had Sorry Not Sorry, Tony Gibson of the Gentlemen Soldiers. We had Spike McGuire. We had Jet Black Pearl, 5 Cent Coffee. On paper. Sam Chase and Kiki the Cat. We had
You missed Stella.
Heath.
Stella, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I went back. I
Right.
went back to it.
Right.
We had Joshua James Jackson. We had me, Josh Windmiller, and this final act. We got Sebastian St. James coming up here. I'm so glad Sebastian came on. So 1980 is a key year for Tom Waits, and let me just use this to kind of send you off here for the evening. He had reached a state where he felt boxed in. The music wasn't doing it for him anymore. He was trying his best to get healthy. The drinking had actually gotten to a state where it was a problem. He was trying to get healthy. Here's a good quote from him. I was running down to the street to the Y to work out, and I had a glass of alcohol in one hand and with some aluminum foil over it so it wouldn't spill, and a cigarette in the other hand, and I realized I was kind of coming apart. He reached a point when things had to either change or the career had to end. And he was able to find a way. He met Kathleen Brennan and got married in the same year, 1980, that this album came out. And this, of course, if you watch the Frank's Wild Years, this relationship and this change of focus transformed his whole career after this point, going into this next album, Swordfish Trombones. He ditched his manager, he ditched his producer, he changed labels and started this whole new voyage. But at the same time, I feel like he really kept the best of what he had going on, which I think we celebrated tonight. The best, the oddness, the lyrics, the feelings of oddness and exploring the scummier side, the more trying to find enchantment in the gutter and these sorts of things that I think carried on through Tom Waits' entire story. These seeds were planted in this earlier material and then went off in perhaps a more healthy way after this. The final song that we leave you with this evening really sums this up. Jersey Girl. Jersey Girl is a beautiful tune that I think really celebrates a new love in his life, and it's a beautiful track off of Heart Attack and Vine, a 1980 album that you really do see him start to push into these other directions, just about ready to burst. This song's called Jersey Girl. It's being performed by Sebastian St. James, a good friend of the show, and I think he's here tonight. So let's hit play. Do you have anything to say, James?
No, see you all next week on Sunday.
Next week on Sunday, 11 a.m., we have David Bowie, the trilogy, the Berlin trilogy. And tonight we leave you with this one. This is Jersey Girl by Sebastian St. James. Thank you all so much for continuing to come out to Social Distance Live, and all the artists this evening for just going 200%. All right, Sebastian, do your thing.
1, 2, 3, 4. Time for the corner boys down in the streets making all that noise. All the girls out on the avenue 'cause tonight I wanna be with you. Oh, tonight I wanna take that ride across the river to the Jersey side. Take my baby to the carnival, and I'll take her on all the rides. 'Cause down the shore everything's alright. You and your baby on a Saturday night. You know all my dreams are coming true when I'm walking down the street with you. Sing sha la 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 la, sha la 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 la, sha la sha la 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 la, sha la la la. I'm in love with the Jersey girl. Sha la 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 la, sha la 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 la, sha la sha la la la, sha la 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 la. You know she thrills me with all her charms when I'm wrapped up in my baby's arms. My little girl, she gives me everything. I know that someday she'll wear my ring, so don't bother me, ain't got no time. I'm on my way to see that girl of mine, 'cause nothing matters in this whole wide world when you're in love with a Jersey girl. Sha la 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 la, sha la la sha la 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 la, sha la la la. I'm in love with the Jersey girl. Sha la 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 la, sha la 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 la, sha la la sha la 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 la, sha la la la. I'm in love with the Jersey girl. When I call your name, I can sleep at night. When I call your name, I can sleep. Sha la 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 la, sha la 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 la, sha la la sha la la la, sha la la la. I'm in love with the Jersey girl. Sha la 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 la, sha la 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 la, sha la sha la la la. I'm in love with the Jersey girl. Sha la 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 la, sha la 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 la, sha la la sha la la la. I'm in love with the Jersey girl. Sha la 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 la, sha la 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 la, sha la la sha la la la. I'm in love.